Baby, baby, let me see you smile. Where is that look I haven't seen for a while? Come on now, this is not a murder trial, just life, so let me see you smile. I ain't looking for no phony grin, just a gentle look that lets me in. When you're unhappy, I start feeling down. Oh, baby, where'd you get that frown? Come on, baby, make my day. Splash some pretty colors on those clouds of gray. Come on now, what do you say? Let's chase those blues away. Chase those blues away.
It's cold, rainy, and now it's windy. What's next? Bill, you win the prize tonight. I was thinking, I'm starting to think that people are tuning in just to keep me happy. Keep me occupied. Hey Mike, how are you? Tom Carroll is watching. Oh, I didn't send out my little notice today. Oh dear. Terrible. They're playing baseball in the street in New York City. Boom. Kid's got a good arm. Meow. Boom. Hey, Michael DeLug, how are you? Good to see you, man. Good to see you. I have many memories of our sessions together. Anyway, I'm sitting out here waiting. Most of you know, just waiting for the cheering to start. I'm thinking, the rest of the world thinks that, hey, this is over with. We don't have to worry about this anymore. There's no more coronavirus. I get the feeling we haven't seen anything yet. With the way it's going. Whew. Open up everything. In the middle of a rainstorm today, I locked out the kitchen, and saw 2 deer in my driveway. And you don't see that often, or does that, Bill? Don't you see a lot of deer up there in where you live, or is that like a rare occurrence? I don't see them down here, of course. But out in my house in Hope, it's got to keep them out. Got a fence around it. Of course, I think I'm going out there this summer. We're going out there Monday night. We're going out to our house in western New Jersey. A real old house that we bought for way more than we should have paid for it. Hello, John Weber. How are you? Oh, it's cold. It's windy. It's windy. We're going to get blown away. I can see. It's the end of it all. Oops. Hello, Toby. How are you? Good. Oh. Me hat blew up. Thank you, sir. Thank you. Thank you, man. I'm going to put this right here.
Can I say hi?
Yes, you can. Oops. Let me get this straight.
Hey guys, I got a longboard.
Oh.
Thank you.
Where'd you get it?
My mom's friend.
Good.
She's the best.
Good. Well, enjoy yourself. Here we go.
Where's Vaughn? Where's Vaughn?
Well, I'm staying at 50. Woo-hoo. And the moaning horns of 86th Street. I'm going to work on that two-fingered whistle. Thank you, John. Be my host while I'm. Well, it's cold and windy here tonight. Cold and windy. May 23rd. Cold and windy. Hat blown off. Hat askew. My hat is askew. Rain coming in from the west. Actually, it's clearing weather. The weather's clearing. Tonight's Saturday night. It's bad reception night because everybody and their mother's going on Facebook tonight. So we'll see. All right, Armando. Thank you. So we'll see if I can. I had a thought. I'll turn off the computer's Wi-Fi. Maybe it's competing with my phone. Might be. Who knows? He climbs the stairs. People are awed. I'm awed.
Hi.
Hi. You never know. Can't wait to take this mask off. This mask of life. Where's my mask? Where's my...
You know what she was?
The big one broke.
Where is it? You know where it is? It broke, he said.
Yeah, it did. The big one broke.
I have this one, but I need this sometime.
Life goes on. I'm going to turn the Wi-Fi off here. Maybe it'll help the reception of the phone. Do you think? I think it will. Do you like my hat? It's chilly and you wear it in the wind and it's light. I can't do a thing with it. I'll show you what I'm going to do. I'm going to leave you here. Talk amongst yourselves. I'll be right back. All righty. It's Saturday, May 23rd. I wonder what happened in history today. Aaron Luthra, Stephen Goldberg, what's work? Howard in the helmet, hair. I feel like a goldfish. There you go. Doug Romoff, hi Dougie. Stephen Goldberg. How is it? Safari hat. Christopher Smith, hey Chris. Monday, that car you hear come chugging down High Street, late Monday night will be ours. My Super, the other day it just stopped. I wanted to come out last week and the car stopped. First time in 9 years the car wouldn't start. Turned out the battery terminals were so dirty after 9 years that my Super, the guy, went down and took me down the corner, took the battery, charged the battery, cleaned the terminals. Clean the terminals on your battery. The two things, the prongs that stick out of the battery, sandpaper them, get all the stuff off them. And the little things that slip down over them, sandpaper them, sandpaper. The car runs perfectly. So I wanted to give him a tip because it would have cost me $150. Wouldn't do it. Wouldn't take a dime. That's a Super. That's a super. Don't you think? I do. Oops, the big lights are on. Let me tell you something as we start the show. It's a little something I thought that you should know. So I will tell you as we settle into place. It's impossible to sing and play the bass. You're a lovely group of people, you deserve the courtesy of knowing what you can expect of me. I practice the will not mean a thing, 'cause it's impossible to play the bass and sing. You
see, the bass is fretless. It's not like a guitar. On bass, you spend your whole life wondering where the hell you are. It's got no little markers, just a fingerboard, so bare, and lots of notes which off and on not there. Do, 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 do. Then when you start singing, you've got lyrics on your mind. And the notes on bass become impossible to find. To remember lyrics, melodies, bass lines, and chords is no less a miracle than Lord's da da do 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 ba ba do 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 ba do be do ba ba boo boo. So as I make 1,000 errors, sit there and be kind. Do not throw tomatoes at me, keep this all in mind. Remember this is serious. Remember this is art. Remember this or I will fall apart. Do do da do do da da do da do do do. Then I'd have to pray to God to come and intercede, and she'd only sit and laugh at my wanton greed. She made the rules for molecules, atoms, time, and space. Yes, she made the rules for molecules, atoms, time, and space. Yup, that's what she did. She made the rules for molecules for atom, time, and space. And she knows it's impossible. To sing and play the bass. I gotta get my bassy ending together. That's right, the fifth goes below. You gotta do the fifth below. The root's gotta be. This is called the bassy exercise. Oh, there's a million exercises. The bassy exercise for bass. It's really a good one. It's really a good one. It's hard to play in tune, and in the process of learning to play it in tune, you get your chops back. Yes, you will. So far ahead. Christopher Smith. Hey, Jay, was stuck at work. Oh. Well, I'm glad you're here. They had a very boisterous applause tonight out in the street. Just when I'm thinking, oh, everybody's, oh, well, we're going to open up the city. Nobody should be opening up anything. But they're going to, because the government's, the Republicans, people are too cheap to really do what they need to do with this economy, and that's bolster the hell out of it. And get a vaccine. Where have you been? Vaccine. What was the vaccine? And then I told my daughter, and she sings the whole song. They do it all the time. Lucky kids, but they're not doing anything now. Jay has a halo. Well, I went to the, what do you call it, the dermatologist. And he put that, the spray, the nitrogen oxide. Oh, it burns. And he found little things all over my head. And I haven't been out in the sun. They just come out. They're just coming out. So I've got all kinds of little burn marks on my, the nitrogen oxide. And you think, oh, it's going to freeze. It's not going to be a problem. It hurts. Shh.
So I'm now going for the blue light treatment. The blue light. It goes into your skin. You put something on it. It just takes them all away. Yikes. That's all right. Helmet hair. I feel like a goldfish. Hi, Mary Jane. Nice to see you. Doug Romoff. Hi, Doug. Bob Snyder, ladies and gentlemen. Guitarist Supreme up in Rochester. I just have to take my way down the highway there and just get off at Rochester. How are you, Bob? May 23, 1948. Joe DiMaggio his 3 consecutive home runs. That's a big deal. Oh, anybody could do that. I mean, geez. Joe was great. Christopher Smith. Tharp was great. Glad it's running again, and see you Monday night. Good. Tharp was great. D major, right. Ned White, you need a charmed life. I do. I do lead a charmed life. Fabulous. Neil Kane is watching. I'm just looking for the new fellas. Norrin Green Leonhart. Close to Leonhart. May 23rd, 1981. Lester Lannon played some gala. Why? How? Why? Dear God, why? Lester, he was Lester Lannon, Doug. Did you play it with him? Did you ever play with Lester Lannon? I did. I played with Lester Lannon in the beginning. My joke is, and there was also a Meyer Davis was a very big society orchestra in New York when I first came to town. And I always used to make the joke, when Ray Brown came to town, his first gig was with Miles Davis. When I came to town, my first gig was with Meyer Davis. And my last gig, I just hit the cover to the keyboard. Oh, God, I've seen it. That's a dangerous thing. I've seen that thing almost close on people's hands, but good piano players know how to stop it. But, it hurt my little elbow. I'll be all right. Don Hahn. Hey, Don. Howard Herman, always a pleasure to hear you. Thank you. What's J short for? James Chancellor Leonhart. You know, that question, ladies and gentlemen, Ike Harris has asked me, what's J short for? Should I sing her the song? Okay, I will. I was named after my Uncle Jim. I can't resist a lead-in like that. It's too easy. I've been thinking about my dear old Uncle Jim, a man who led a sad and lonely life. He drank too much and never finished much of what he started. Divorced his only wife. He was my father's only brother. Don't you know my mother? She never cared for Jim. Because he drank too much, divorced his wife. He never went to church once his whole life. She didn't want us growing up like him. But to speak in his behalf, the man could joke, the man could laugh, and he brought joy into my life. What did I care if he drank too much and never finished nothing? Divorced his only wife. He had my father, see, they shared their similarities, but in most ways they was like day and night. My father spent a fortune. My father says, my father was industrious, earned himself a fortune. Jim just liked to drink and write. When Jim was young, he went to work at the local papers, reporting on the hot news of his day. But then somewhere along the line, he quit his job. He changed his mind. And why, he'd never say. He went to work teaching English at the local high school, selling life insurance on the side. He ended up selling life insurance to his friends, was the only one who had none when he died. Once I went and lost the only thing besides his Mason's ring, that ever gave him any pride. I went and lost the gun that he brought home from World War I. I told him one night he got drunk and cried.
When Jim got drunk, he used to introduce me to his goldfish, said he knew each and every one by name. He drank too much, but after his wife left him and his daughter took her life, he never was the same. Cancer finally got the man. He spent his final days shooting morphine, drinking booze. And in the weeks before he died, there was my mama at his side. She said, drink up, Jim, what you got to lose. Which is leading me to say that I've been thinking more these days about my dear departed Uncle Jim. He drank too much and never finished much of what he started. And they named me after him. They named me after him. They named me after him. Yeah. James Chancellor Leonhart was his name. And he fought in the First World War. Wouldn't tell me about it. Would never talk about it. I'm reading about the First World War now in Deluge by Adam Tooze. Great book. And I must admit, as I make this point every night or every time I talk about the book, that it shows how seriously leaders back in those days, most leaders take the running of their countries, trying to find. I mean, Russia was on the cusp of being a democracy in 1917, till Lenin and Trotsky decided, nah, that's not going to work. Lenin said, democracies are just what the rich want. They just want to run you, and a democracy. He didn't. So Lenin won out, but my uncle went to war. And the book, the Deluge, just shows you how seriously these people took it, as compared to how unseriously certain people in our country are taking it, being leaders. And Woodrow Wilson, who was president during the First World War, it was a fact stunned me with that. He was born in the Civil War. He lived through the Civil War as a kid. And another thing that I realized, I'll be 80 this year. And the Civil War ended one of my lifetimes before me. 80 years before me, before I was born, the Civil War started. 80 years. 80 years. Jeez. I mean, I'm not complaining at all. I'm just saying, I didn't realize it. Didn't realize I was, time flies and it doesn't. It doesn't fly and it does. Anyway, James Chancellor Leonhart was his name, and I loved him. Skin cancer takes 30, 40 years to develop. Well, good, I've done right on time. I've had the blue light. You need to stay away from the sun for 2 or 3 days after that. I still didn't stand away from the sun forever. Thank you, Stephen. The blue light. Yeah, I had a whole treatment of it. Neil Kane, big fan of your work. Thank you, Neil. Thank you, Neil. Douglas Romov, yes, thank you, Doug. Mike Miley, Jay, used to drive him to the airport as well as when we did gigs. Who's that? Who'd you used to drive to the airport? Will there be a test? Yes. I love this song. Thank you. Barry Colstein. Barry, you know that Paul Gill now has the Colstein bass. Colstein has the DeVivier bass. And believe me, he's taking better care of it than I ever did. I mean, I tried to take care of it, but he loves that instrument. It got too heavy for me, Barry. It got too heavy for me. Frank DeMiro's watching. Hey, Frankie. How about Lenny? Yeah, well, I was going to do my hits tonight. It's Meg. Was that your wedding song? Play it. No, I don't know what's on my wedding song. I don't know if we had we didn't even have a band. 2 musicians. We just got married in her house and had a party and no music. We don't have a song. If we sung, what would my wife's song? What would it be? It'd probably be 3 and 1 by Thad Jones. Do da do da do 1 and 3, 3 and 1. What is it called? Do da do da do do.
Do dee do do da. Do do da do da do do da do dee do do. Da do da do da 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 do da do da da ba do 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 do. I'm singing. I've given up playing the bass bar. I'm just singing now. Do dee do do da 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 do do dee do do.
I'll play the bass.
Do do do. No, that's right. You can't sing that song too many times for me. Yeah, Bill, right. Frank, you have performed with so many. Love your stories. Yeah, my stories. There's a lot of stories. Bravo, Uncle. Uncle Jim was born. Here's my sister chiming in. Bravo, Uncle Jim was born in the 1890s, which I always thought was cool. I thought he was born in 1900. I think he died. He died relatively young. Was it 1890? That would make more sense. I'm sure you would know. I thought 1900. 1890. Because Dad was born in 1906. And that would have made them 16 years apart. And I don't think they were 16 years apart. Were they? Anyway, sorry, folks. Talk amongst yourselves while we straighten this out. Love the sound you get out of that. Thank you, Helmer. Thank you. Vaughn. You're not going to hold it right. You're not going to hold that bow right, are you?
I don't know how, and I don't want to know how.
Well, yeah, I don't know. Come on, it's easy. You just go like this. You hold it like that. Yeah, that's it. Sort of like that. And then you put your hand down. You let your wrist down, and you can really get down low and get a sound out of the bass.
Nah, I like my way better.
Okay, he likes his way. He likes the French bow with it. Excuse me, I'll be back to it in a minute. Lannon, Neil Kane, Zarensky, Nicholas Ranko. I just had to, Barry Colstein. Oh, it was in great hands with you. George would have been pleased you were the keeper of time for the bass. Yes. Maybe 1898. Okay, Bo, we're going to have to research this. Good arco, Vaughn. Don't encourage him. He's not holding it right. All right. I've had a serious request for Lenny, and so I'll have to do it. I mean, Tony Bennett told me, when in doubt, do this song. Move over a little bit. Ron, there's some bass players there who want to see the bass. Take my seat aboard the plane, and what is this I see? Leonard Bernstein comes aboard and sits right next to me. First class New York Joy, some things just work out right. I'll be sitting next to Leonard Bernstein this whole flight. Maybe I should just act like I do not recognize him. Be real cool and do my best not to antagonize him. Now we're rolling down the runway, next stop is L.A. I am nonchalant like I'm right next to Lenny every day. Naturally I turn to him against my own advice. Introduce myself and find that Lenny's very nice. Soon we start to chat and drink and talk about our lives. We talk about our children and our wives. But what a lovely fellow, what a lucky day. Me and Lenny side by side, New York to L.A. Doo-da, doo-da. Soon we're sitting, drinking, talking, chatting like the very best of pals, talking music, life, art, death, root canals. Now he's interrupting me, but really that's okay, 'cause he's a lovely fellow and he's got a lot to say. But I recite some songs I wrote, he recites them back. For poetry and music he seems to have a knack. He tells me that his new show closed and now he's feeling beat, and he's not used to dealing with defeat. But what a lovely fellow, what a lucky day. Me and Lenny side by side, New York to L.A. Ooh, wow, 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 wow.
He does the London Times crossword, 10 minutes and he's through. Does the puzzle with his pen, I do not have a clue. What an intellectual, but a warm and friendly guy. We talk about the world below as we sail through the sky. Finally, I feel the airplane starting to descend, and I know this lovely day is coming to an end. Put our trays and seatbacks up just like you're supposed to do. Land and bid my friend a fond adieu. But what a lovely fellow, what a lucky day. Me and Lenny side by side, New York to LA. What a lovely fellow, though really, really I must say, I've not heard from Lenny since I left him in LA. Not a goddamn word from Lenny since I left him in LA. In LA. In LA. The harmonic's a little bit higher on this bass than it is on the other one, and that's my excuse. So, Vaughn, shall we play our game?
What game?
10 words?
10 words, yeah.
10 words.
Hi, Tomoko.
Hi, Tomoko! I can't really see Vaughn's doing that.
Wait. Oh, yeah, return, okay.
Make them big so they're big. So what's the first word? Help me out there, kid.
Bravo! No, I'm just kidding.
Now I want to get 10 words from you guys and create the finest song you've ever heard with those 10 words. What's happening? Anybody singing the words? Doddering. Mesmerizing. Weisenheimer. I have to go back, Jim. Heimer. That's right. Put anything down. I'll get it. Okay. What's next? Well, let's go backward.
Wait. Mesmerizing.
Beyond. And catalog. Beyond. Beyond. Beyond.
I'm so bad
GUE.
at spelling.
GUE. And then beyond.
Whatever.
D. It's a D. Yes, there you go. Catalog. C-A-T-A-L-A.
I wrote that already.
No, we'll write C-A-T-A-L-O-U-G-E. C-A-T-A. C-A-T-A. Oh, there it is. He did it. Sorry. Excuse me. You did it already. Yes. Callow is in there too?
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
No, we're not on the bottom. See?
Well, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 diamond mangoes. Ooh.
Oh, sorry.
And that's the name of this song.
How many words are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
His
6,
head.
7, 8.
Diamond mango. The doddering old fool had diamond mango. Put absolutely on another line, please.
Can I delete them
1,
once
2,
you do
3,
them?
4, 5,
make it
6,
easier?
7, 8, 9. No, I want a record of it. I want a record of it.
Oh.
If you don't mind.
Oh, no. God.
Oh, I'm getting too much time. This is almost unfair. I have a novel written now. Garrulous. Is that it? Garrlous. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. What's the word? Is it garrulous? Yeah, there it is.
Well, that's it. The garrulous. Absolutely. Oh, took it away. Hey. I hate to be a Weisenheimer. I hate to be a two-timer. I'm just a doddering old garrulous fool. She wore diamond mangoes. You know how those things goes. But she was mesmerizing, she was cool. She had diamond marangos in her hair. What a mess. She had diamond marangos everywhere. Wow, wow. It was absolutely beyond anything you've seen in any catalog. Whoa. Or a cat and dog may have had a fight with diamond mangoes. Diamond mangoes. She was a two-timer. I was a Weisenheimer. I was a mountain climber with diamond mangoes. You're not supposed to understand this song. This song is art. Absolutely art. Tottering, smottering, doddering. Diamond mango. I think that's the name of my band, Diamond Mangoes. Diamond Mangoes, that's a great phrase. Catalog, Weisenheimer, doddering, garrulous.
Sorry.
It was perilous. It was perilous what happened. I've lost my typist.
Sorry, I'm gonna go.
Oh, all right, sweetheart.
Bye.
Goodbye, sweetie pie.
Bye.
Come back and see us if you feel like it.
Last day. Okay.
You know, you gotta take the young kids and treat them right. That was a good song, only because of Diamond Mangoes. I love it. Mangoes. I don't think anything rhymes with mangoes, pangos, wangos. You know the way wangos. Anyway, look at that. I'm getting applause. The applause hasn't. Nobody. They're stunned. People are falling over backwards. Diamond Mangoes. Doddering. A doddering old fool who was mesmerizing and cool. I can think of it when I'm not playing the bass. Laney Cook. Hi, Laney Cook. How are you? Thank you, John Weber. Thank you. I appreciate it. Bill Crow. Jay, you are such a good grandfather. Well, who the hell isn't? Who isn't such a good grandfather? I mean, you have a sweet kid like that he's, what are you going to do? He's just a great kid. He's my heart and soul. That's it. Other than that, well, you know the song I used to sing to him when he was a baby. I may have told you this. When he was a baby, I used to take it. My daughter let me take him out in a carriage when he was about 6 weeks old, and the responsibility, walking on the mall here on Riverside Drive, down in the mall, with a stroller with a little 6-week-old baby. Well, I did that, and then eventually, when he was about, he might have been older than that. I don't think she gave it. I think maybe 3 months, maybe 2 months, something like that. He was but he would look up at me, and I would sing this song to him. I would sing. I'd say, Vonnie, he's my baby. Vonnie, he's my boy. Vonnie, I don't mean maybe. Vonnie is my pride and joy. Do 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 do
Vonnie is my pride and joy. And, well, I would sing that to him. And he would listen, he would look up, look up and listen. And eventually he would fall asleep to that song. It got to the point as he continued to grow that if I wanted him to fall asleep, all I had to go was, Vonnie, Vonnie, he's my baby. He would go. So that was his sleep song. So once I was down in, where is it? Smalls, playing with, I don't remember. I think I was playing with my own band, as a matter of fact, at Smalls. Tomoko, were you there? Were you part of that? And he was in the back. He was sitting in the back with his mommy. And I started to sing. I saw him in the back, and I went, Vonnie, Vonnie, with the full band. He was up raising his hands. He just, that's me, it's my song. So it is his song. And I never wrote one about Milo, Michael's son, because Milo, I couldn't do the same song. I'll work on one for him when he graduates from grade school, which will be soon. Becomes a doctor, I'll go see him. Anyway, folks, let me see. Nancy Reed is watching. Good for you. Vonnie song. Yeah, man. Vonnie song. Douglas Curtis Irving is watching. What? Andy Ezra. Now there's a piano plucker. How are you, Andy? Are you still with us, or did you check in and leave? Fortunately, it doesn't tell me when you leave, so I don't have to suffer that. It's people check in and go, what is this? Let me out of here. It doesn't say it. It just says, they're here. I like that. Thank you, Bill. I appreciate it. Coming from you, that's really lovely. Okay, here we are. Nancy Reed, hi. Milo's ahead. Thank you. Milo's ahead. Why didn't I think of it? Hi, Nancy. How's the bar doing? Are you still sitting there? Is the wine run out yet? I heard that wonderful, I saw that thing you did at Stroudsburg University. Anyway, oh yes. So my 10 words are done. We save them, put a little save, and I don't know what I'm going to do with these words. I maybe have to write a novel using all the words that were given to me. And we look at, tonight I was going to do, let me say I did Uncle Jim, but that's really, I was going to do my, quote, hits tonight. And Uncle Jim is one of them. It's a song that was on Salamander Pie, which is a record that Digital Music Products, DMP, put out in 1984. And it was the one of the first 5 jazz CDs put out. And man, it went to the top of the charts because it didn't have any competition. And there I was in Cashbox, number 4, and Miles Davis was number 10 because his had just come out. And there I was, number 4. I'd sold at least 35 albums, CDs. Miles had sold 32, or something like that. The next month I looked at it, I was off the list. Everybody's. So it wasn't too much longer. I saw Miles at Saratoga. He was up there with his band. And I was up there with Mel Torme. Remind me to tell you about Mel Torme. And as Miles walked off the stage, we were getting ready to go on. I said, hey, Miles, how are you? I'm Jay Leonhart. He acted like he knew me. He knew who I was. And he may have. He may have heard my name. Who knows? And I said, Miles, you knocked my song right up the charts. I was just joking with him. And he looks at me like, oh, man, I'm sorry. Did I do that? I didn't mean to do that. I mean, he was serious. I said, I'm kidding. I left the charts. So I sent him a copy of the page of the, from Cashbox, it was, Cashbox. And I sent it to him, showing him, at one point I was out selling him. I never heard from him again, but that's okay. Oh, I was supposed to remind you to tell you something, but I can't remember what it was.
something I wanted to tell you, but I can't remember what it was. And it was 10 seconds ago, 15 seconds ago. Too bad. It was an interesting topic for me, interesting subject, and I can't think. Anyway, I'm going to go back and do some of my songs that have my hits. Let me just see who's talking here. Mary Jane Harper. Babies love to be sung to. I have 8 grandkids. You're right. That's right. Christopher Lentz says, where's your award? Oh, Jesus. I don't know. What happened to it? Here I am. Here I am. There it is. There it goes. There it goes. Christopher, if it weren't for you, I would forget this award every night. Now, we all know what this award is. I'm not going to even explain it tonight. Anybody who needs to know is going to have to find out from somebody else. It's actually 2 awards in one. And it's the only awards I got that I didn't get fired the next day from. It's like a gold watch. Every time I get an award, it's the end of the trip. Blue Note gave me when I was doing brunch at the Blue Note, did 10 years, 10 Saturdays, Sunday afternoons. Very successful. And then all of a sudden, I get a big plaque. I think it's maybe right over there. I'm not sure. It's that one. Right there. I don't know why I keep it. Because I came back the next Sunday, and there was another band on the stage after 10 years. And nobody said a word. Nobody said a word. Nobody said, I've got some bad news for you, Jay. Today's your last day. Nope, just got a plaque. I said, gee, how nice, I got a plaque. And my whole band showed up. And there's somebody else's band whose name I shan't remember. I shan't tell you out of just respect, because they didn't know. Anyway, be aware of awards. My next song, ladies and gentlemen, I think I'll turn this off a little bit. I don't think it's not helping the situation any. This is Beth Ertz's beautiful stand light that is so good. She gave it to me. Beth gave it to me. Quickly introduce. I knew Louis Bellson since I first heard him with Duke Ellington's band when I was 12 years old. I'd seen him play with Duke Ellington's band in Baltimore. I was stunned. And 20 years later, I was playing with him. One night with his band. And one night we went to the Pierre Hotel to play a concert, and we realized we had been miscast because it was really a society dance. And there was Louis Bellson's jazz band. So we took out all the music we could the people could dance to. We tried to play it in a simpler fashion. And people were dancing and quite enjoyed it, as a matter of fact. At the Pierre Hotel, mind you. But one man was sort of bugged because he knew this wasn't the right kind of orchestra for him. This was a jazz band. Where was the kind of orchestra that he was used to? And he came up to Louis and kept bothering Louis. And Louis was about the finest person any of us have ever met. I'm sure Bill would agree with that. Anybody who played with Louis knew what a gentleman he was. And Louis finally just took all the guff he could from this one guy who kept coming back, that he finally struck back in the only way he knew how. I went home and wrote a poem about the subject, liked the poem, and turned it into a song. Hear the pretty music, see the people dancing. It's Louis Bellson's band up on the stage. Music great for dancing, singing and romancing, but tonight the foxtrot is the rage. Suddenly a grouchy man with silver hair comes to the stand and fires off a warning cannon. He says he's a big contributor to this affair, and he wants us to play like
Lester Lannon. This guy don't know from Louis Bellson, and he could care less. And he proceeds to make this solemn vow. He knows what we're being paid, and all of it will be mislaid unless we play some Lester Lannon now. Play some Lester Lannon now. At these kind of dances, the people take no chances. It's Lester Lannon music all the way. Hey, they don't think it's funny when they've paid a lot of money to have to swing when they would rather sway. You see, Lester Lannon's music is country clubs, yellow pants, ties with ducks, loafers with no socks. Louis Bellson's music is for jazz freaks, bums, and beatniks. Louis Bellson's music is the pox. Lester Lannon's music is Oldsmobiles, riding lessons, strings of pearls, patent leather pumps. Louis Bellson's music is chewing gum and Seagram 7, the kind of music that you find in dumps. You find in dumps. Play some real dance music, screams the man with silver hair. He is so bugged that he could snap. He says, I don't care who, I don't care how, you better play my music now because I cannot dance a foxtrot to this crap. He walks away, returns, smolders, burns, finally says, hey, listen to me, Louis Bellson. Heads are gonna roll around here unless you play my music, you better try to understand me well, son. So Louis nods and then proceeds to play a long drum solo, loud and long, just like he was deranged. I guess he figured if the man had paid to be unhappy, he should not be shortchanged. He should not be shortchanged. Well, the guy comes back. Louis stops him in his track. Louis finally says, no, listen to me well, son. Louis says, I'm sorry you are so upset. It fills me up with deep regret. I'm sorry you're so discontent about the money you have spent. I'm sorry you blew all your loot, but listen to me, you old coot. Tonight, you dance to Louis Bellson. That's Louiebell, son. Tonight you're gonna dance to Louis Bellson. Pretty good, huh? Without a band, I'm a drummer. That's pretty good. And another one of my hits. This song, actually, no, I've got two more I want to do. What time is it? Do I have time? Is everybody going to run out? 7:53. Okay, you're not. I'm going to do two more. And then we'll talk a little bit. This next song, Karen Allison sang and made it a big hit, and suddenly a lot of people did it. Gary Burton did it, Rebecca Parrish did it, and others who I have forgotten. But it got written because my daughter asked me if my poems could be in the school books next to Robert Frost, and I said, Carolyn, that's not that easy. I mean, she was young, she was a little. And I said, it's not that simple, but trying to skate it around the subject, but I did end up writing a nice Robert Frost protest song. Robert Frost did write in settings beautiful and rustic. He wrote of rolling hills and green terrain. While poor me, I must do my writing in the chaos of the city, sometimes even on a subway train. How How am I to ever learn about the woodlands and the falling leaves of autumn and such things sublime, when I must spend all of my life trucking around this dirty city doing what I can to earn a dime, dime, dime? How did Robert Frost make payments on that little country house of his? Where did he get the dough? Could he go down? How did Robert Frost make payments on that little country house of his? Where did he get the dough? Could he go down to the country store and sell a poem, saying, "Here's a nice one I wrote about the snow"? Surely now he must have had a sponsor of some sort, perhaps a lady friend who simply rolled in bread. A lady friend to say, "Now, Bob, why don't you take a long, long walk and write whatever pops into your head, head." She say, "Bobby, don't you worry about the dishes. No, no, no. Don't you worry about the pans. Bobby, why don't you go write a poem about the fences, about the neighbors and the rolling." "Oh, no. Bobby, don't you worry about the dishes." "No, Bobby, don't you worry about the bills." "Bobby, why don't you go write a poem about the fences?" "Oh, I've forgotten the bridge." "Bobby, don't you worry about the mortgage." That's what it is. "Bobby, don't you worry about the bills." "Bobby, why don't you go write a poem about the fences, about the neighbors and the rolling hills?" "Bobby, don't you worry about the dishes. Don't you touch those pans." "Bobby, now it is not good that an artist like yourself should be walking around this world with dishpan hands." So you see, old Bob was free to follow through his fancies, wander through the woods behind the muse. Surely now he must have... boy, if I had Bobby's life, I could follow through my fancies. Oh, to be in Bobby's shoes. Boy, if I had Bobby's life, I could be a hero. Go out and find my fortune and my fame. The only trouble is I hear from people who have found it, is that everything in life stays just the same. Just the same. Just the same. Playing that song solo, just with the bass, half of your mind is occupied with writing and with playing good notes. And I know the song well, so I'm just making up new stuff and I'm trying to figure out ways to make it better, assuming that I'll remember the words without having to think about it, without having to look in advance, which when you're singing, sometimes you do. You give yourself a little break. You just leak ahead. And so I'm making up all these wonderful little lines that I'm very proud of. I'm saying, "Hey, that sounds kind of nice." Meanwhile, this song is getting lost. "Bobby, well, don't you worry about the mortgage. Bobby, don't you worry about the bills." What are you going to do? And then I'm sitting here singing to a phone, and I'm aware you're there. Trust me, but the mind wanders, you know. And then I say, "Oh, geez. Well done, Torme's story. Well, let me see what time is it. You want the Torme story? All right, I'm going to go. It's called curtains. I'm going to do the curtain because I can't. Do the request. Thank you. Keep still. No. Do the request. I like Torme. He's very good. Thank you. Oh. Got a mind of his own. Damn statue. Well, at least I didn't get fired. Yeah. You see? You didn't get fired. Right.
At least I got the awards, and I kept on working. Not like those others. Jeez. I know, there's a couple. I got something from the Jersey Jazz Society and some other people. They weren't all Kiss of Death, but some of them were. It's all right. Let me see. The messages keep coming up. I can almost read them. Frank Demare, we are here, Jay. You are doing great. Thank you. Thank you. Fine. That's all that counts. The Torme song. This song got written because I was working at the Blue Note before I got fired. And I didn't get really fired. I just got let go. Sort of like right now, the world has let all us musicians just retire. So I'm not retiring. This is what I'm doing, and I'm going to figure out ways to do it. I just have too much to do. Anyway, I was down in... Excuse me. It's past my bedtime. You guys are keeping me up. I was going down to... I was playing at the Blue Note with Mel Torme. No, I wasn't. I was playing at Blues Alley. Oh, okay. There's a reason I screwed that up. Blues Alley, Blue Note. And Sunday, I decided I would come up. Sunday morning, I said, I'm going to go up to New York and play my gig at the Blue Note. I mean, it's a good gig. And then I'll take the shuttle back to Washington, D.C. and be in time for the 7 o'clock show at Blues Alley with Mel Torme and the trio with Mike Renzi and Donny Osborne. And I knew I could make it. It wouldn't be any problem, except when I got to the airport, when I got to what was then LaGuardia, which is now what? Whose airport is that now? Idlewild. That's right. They've changed it to Idlewild. No, that was what Kennedy used to be, Idlewild. Is it Robert Kennedy Airport or who's what? I can't remember what airport it is. LaGuardia. It's LaGuardia. Yeah, it's LaGuardia. That's all. They didn't change it. Yeah, but why would they take Fiorello LaGuardia out of the picture? Anyway, I got to LaGuardia, and the weather was terrible at 5 o'clock. It's 5 p.m. I'm sitting in an airplane at LaGuardia. The captain says there will be a delay. Oh no, this isn't good. You see, I've got to be in Washington, D.C. tonight to play for Mel Torme. Out the window of the airplane, lightning's crashing, winds are thrashing, skies are dark and rain is whipping by. Still somehow 3 hours an hour, I've got to be in Washington, D.C. This plane has got to fly. I did not tell a soul last night about my little New York flight. I knew that I could make it back in time. But now it looks like Mel Torme may play tonight without the bass. And let me tell you, that would be a crime. That would be a crime. I really hate to say it, but I think my luck has finally run out. My warranty has just expired. Because if I am not in Blues Alley tonight at 8 o'clock and playing bass for Mel Torme, I will be fired. I will be fired. Then around 6:35 the engines roar, they come alive, and seconds later we are in the air. I begin to think that there is hope that I may somehow make this gig tonight. Oh, do I even dare? But God, the weather's terrible, we're flying right through thunderstorms. Yet the captain just keeps pressing on. Now the airplane's diving, dumping, jiving, jumping, bouncing, bumping. I think I can see the White House lawn. It defies all understanding how we could be really landing. But at 7:30 we touch down. Congratulations, Captain. No, I never had the slightest doubt. Now, pardon me, I've got to get downtown. I get a taxi right away with absolutely no delay. I tell the taxi driver of my plight. Before we even settle down, he mashes that old pedal down. We fly to town as we make every light. 8 o'clock we reach Blues Alley. I walk in quite casually, as if I weren't under such duress.
I saunter through the restaurant trying to be nonchalant, but inside, I am a total mess. I see the show has not begun. They're waiting for me. Oh, isn't this fun? I don't think I'll survive. So fully prepared to meet my doom, I walk into the dressing room and find I'm the first one to survive. With all my worry and my fear, it turns out I'm the first one here. Sometimes life can be sublime. In spite of all the stress and strain I went through on that stinking plane, I'm the only one who's here on time. The only one on time. Then around 8:35, the others frantically arrive, apologizing all the way. They're rushing around, they're in a panic like musicians on the Titanic. I tell them, fellas, it's okay. Everyone, including Mel, is rushing around upset as hell, while me, I am as calm as I could be. Here I almost blew this gig, I almost screwed up really big, but now I'm Mr. Punctuality. That's me. I was absolutely certain I would never make this skirt. This gig would be the death of me. I could feel the noose around my neck. I was a total nervous wreck, but now I'm Mr. Punctuality. 5 p.m. I'm sitting in an airplane at LaGuardia. The captain says, 5 p.m. I'm sitting in an airplane. It's 5 p.m. I'm sitting in an airplane at LaGuardia. I don't remember what the words are. Still, somehow I've got to be in Washington D.C. 5 p.m. I'm sitting in an airplane at LaGuardia. 5 p.m. I'm sitting. I can't remember the last part of it. 5 p.m. I'm sitting in an airplane at LaGuardia. The captain says there will be a delay. Oh no, this isn't good. You see, I've got to be in Washington, D.C. tonight to play for Mel Torme. I'm on time and everything's okay. And I'm gonna play for Mel. Torme. Ooh. Forgot the last part of that song. But you see, this is gonna help me. If you happen to see me at a performance in the next 10 years, this is going to help me pay attention to the words. So I'm sorry I got it screwed up, but I don't like to read them. Reading the words is just hopeless to me. I don't get into the song with the bass and the thing. Anyway, that was the Mel Torme song, sort of butchered, but you get the point. Listen, it's now, oh my God, it's 8:08. I should be in bed. I know Bill Crow turned off the thing. He's gone now. He's Tom Mulligan is there. Evelyn Champion. Fort Lauderdale. Yeah, right. I should have done that song. I didn't, though. Fine night. Thank you, John, very much. I appreciate it. What I want to tell you is, if you get a chance, look at the video of this on YouTube, because they're all up there under Jay Leonhart. Live from 585, because in the one I put up today, Mel Torme, I have this software, and I have a picture of Mel Torme singing "It's Impossible to Sing and Play the Bass." I don't know, it's probably illegal as hell to do that, but I did it. Then they can sue me, and fine. So sue me. Christopher, tomorrow night, good dinner. See you tomorrow. Mike Miller, you look marvelous. You look marvelous. Remember, it's not how you look, it's not how you feel, it's how you look.
Just life, so let me see you smile.
Thanks for everything, Jay Leonhart. Thank you, Albert Kutzen.
I ain't looking for no phony grin.
Thank you for coming.
Just a gentle look that lets me in.
We'll just do it tomorrow.
When you're unhappy, I start feeling down. Oh, baby, where'd you get that brown? Come on, baby, make my day. Splash some pretty colors on those clouds of gray. Come on now, what do you say? Let's chase those blues away. Chase those blues away. chase. I can see it written on your face. Right now, the world's a lousy place. You want to take a rocket ship out into space and leave the human race. Come on, lover, look me in the eye. Come on, lover, now we got to try. Let's not make this something that it should not be. This ain't a Russian tragedy. Come on, baby, make my day. Splash some pretty colors on those clouds of gray. Come on now, what do you say? Let's chase those blues away. I ain't making fun of how you feel. I know this mood is very real. But come on, lover, time to let me in. You know you always let me win. Come on, lover, now this ain't your style. Come on, baby, see you smile. Let me see you smile. Come on, lover, now this ain't your style. Come on, lover, let me see you smile. Let me see you, let me see you.